I gonna do about Finn? Try talking to her again? I could meet her some... Where? The Science Center or Trinity Church? No. She knows I lied to her now. She won't want to see me.
Stop me if you've heard this before. Spider-Man chases villain through city. Millions of dollars of property damage followed. We're still tallying up the damage from Rhino's rampage. Then the bridge disaster. And now it seems the Junior Menace decided to go for the hat trick with his new frenemy, the Tinkerer. I say those two should get a room. Preferably a prison cell, and hash out their differences.
I gotta call you back.
Oh.
Alright, Miles. Spill it. Give me the whole situation.
Finn, Roxxon, Underground. It's just... a lot, you know?
You're 17. You're stressed. And you're a superhero. You gotta cut yourself some slack. You still making beats?
Not much since I started... this.
Work-life balance, kid. Most important thing. Here. Little project your dad and I started back in the day. Our mixtape. Had rhymes ready and everything.
How come I never heard about this?
'Cause we never finished. We sampled street noise around the way. Wanted the city to be our beat. But your dad had the masters. And after things went bad between us... But you can finish what we couldn't. Plus, it'll take your mind off work.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What do I do?
Load that up. I'll walk you through it.
I'll set up holograms to guide you. Scan the source.
Holograms, huh? You stealing my moves? Okay. Don't think about Finn. Focus on sounds. Clear my head.
Scan the holograms and it'll unlock files on that drive I gave you. Help you figure out which sound you're looking for. Now try and find the original sound and grab a clean sample. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Rest of the sounds you need are spread across the city. I left a few messages for you too, to help you get a feel for each location.
Oh, dope.
Not now. Hey! Get something you like?
Yeah, really unique dynamics.
See? Old man still knows his stuff.
And you were right about clearing my head, too. I know what to do about Finn. I gotta see her. Try to talk her out of all this.
In person? Where?
Trinity Church. Tomorrow night. Why so interested?
'Cause you got a target on your back the size of Jersey.
You don't have to protect me.
Someone should.
You know, you said you never finished this tape because of how things went bad between you and Dad. What actually happened between you two?
It was complicated. We were too similar and too different. Finish the tape, get all the samples, and you'll hear the whole story. Promise.
All right, thanks, Unc.
Trinity Church. Remember, Tinker is yours, but leave the boy alone.
Man, I needed that. I was beat. Okay, I'm gonna call Finn. As soon as I'm ready to go. All right, time to call Finn. Hope she answers.
Hi, Spider-Man.
Finn, hey, we need to talk. In person,
So you can lie to me again?
so I can make this right. Please. Meet me at Trinity Church. No more lies. I promise.
If you're screwing with me,
Your dad and I fell asleep listening to this sound every night when we were kids. It's got a good beat.
Okay. Something rhythmic that was around when Dad and Uncle Aaron were little. Should keep looking. Yeah, that's it.
You probably don't know this, but your dad and I grew up not far from here before we moved to Brooklyn in high school. Hearing the clatter of the wheels, the squealing when the trains turn or stop, always makes me think of me and your dad's late night talks. Mostly about what we wanted to be when we grew up. I wanted to be a space alien. Dad's dream changed. Doctor, firefighter, social worker. But he always wanted to help me.
Yeah, sounds like Dad. Hey, I'm back, Finn. Can you meet me at Trinity Church? I need to make things right between us.
if you're screwing with me, fine. I'll see you there.
At least she's willing to meet. Okay, Trinity Church. Let's go.
Your mom lived here right after college. You know that? She and your dad were dating. 3 of us spent a lot of time here. We got used to this soft, steady beat.
Soft beat.
I'm leaving before you do something weird.
I don't really think that's steady. And it's definitely not soft. Rhythm, rhythm. Yeah. Subtle, but a good beat.
Things were good back then. Felt like they'd be good forever. Your mom got her first gig as a teacher. Your dad was new to being a cop. And I just started calling myself the Prowler. I figured we all kept secrets about our jobs. Couldn't last, though. Your dad's job and mine crossed paths. This one was all your dad's idea. You need something that's always in this park. Quiet on their own. Loud in a group.
Loud in a group?
He just vanished.
How did Dad record this? Is he a pigeon whisperer?
This was way back, before high school. We were hanging in the park one day and someone dropped a hot dog. You know how that goes. The place was swarming with pigeons. The dad stopped cold. He said, "Aaron, man, that's music. Listen." Next day, we were crawling all over Manhattan looking for beats. Like you are now. I think hanging around here is how your dad got the idea to be a cop. I said, "Man, you're not uptight enough for that job." He wanted to make things better from the inside. Pretty sure he died trying.
You did make things better, Dad. And so will I.
Hello, friends. This is the Danicast with our debates.
That's your intro? Lame! We in the business call that burying the lead. Hype it up! Let me ask you something, Danny. Do you...
Times Square. Easy to find someone in the crowd here. Or lose them. Sound you need's like an electric current.
A current. Could cheat it with venom. Nah. I think it has to be that flag. The neon one. Pretty sure it's behind me. I like that. Oh, that. Ooh. Love how alive that feels.
After I started calling myself the problem, met my first client right under this sign. Neon flag's hard to miss, and the crowd makes it easy to blend in. He wanted me to steal a painting. I looked across the square and saw your dad looking back at me. He never said anything, just turned and left. He didn't know everything, just that I was a thief. That was enough. I think he saw where we were headed long before I did.
If he would have tried to act right sooner, he would have forgiven you. I know he would have.
This sound always feels like someone celebrating, even when it's just telling time. Your dad thought so too, so he had to include it.
A sound that tells time. Okay.
Man, that sun is bright.
Friendly neighborhood thing up in Harlem. I approve.
I got it. I got a picture. Why do I even live here? I hate the cold.
It's nice.
Hot chocolate from scratch.
It doesn't tell time. He said it sounded like a celebration. Pretty sure phones can ring whenever. Has to be something else.
Later, Spidey.
Thanks for the distraction. Now, I am thinking.
Not this way. Time celebrating something that does both. He said it sounded like a celebration. That's it. Ringing on the hour.
When I hear those bells, I remember the last time I was here. Your dad had just graduated from the police academy. I didn't go to the ceremony, so I met him here afterwards. Bought us milkshakes. Strawberry for him, peanut butter for me. I don't know why I remember that. He said he couldn't cover for me anymore if I got in trouble. I told him I was done with that life. I was lying, but he believed me for a while. Or at least pretended to.
Man, things got complicated between them.
Happy holidays, dude. Oh, wow, Spider-Man.
This plaza and the blocks around it are alive with sound. What you're looking for is light, distinct.
Light, huh? Okay.
The sun melts all.
Thanks for the distraction. Now, I am finished.
Between Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa, I'm gonna go broke.
See ya.
Yeah.
Check it out! Someone's already got it.
Have fun with this one. I had a repeat client I always met here. Got real used to waiting, listening, hearing this sound running on a tight schedule.
A sound on a schedule.
Real heroes don't.
Pretty cool, but that happens all day. Not at specific times. Sound of something on a schedule. Whoa, alliteration.
Most Christmas sales are cool.
Sounds good, but probably doesn't come here at the same time every day. If I were Uncle Aaron sitting and listening... Oh, fairy horns! That's right!
The client I met here used to take the ferry over from Jersey. Working for him was good money. He got busted. He's how your dad found out about the problem. Not that it was me, that a thief was making it big in New York, and your dad volunteered for the case. I could feel him closing in. I had to try and guess which should be worse. I told him,